Hello, hi Anne, hope you're well. Sorry for the delay in getting this over to you. I know we spoke maybe a good 6 weeks ago, 2 months ago, about getting this website video critique done for you after the Fabulous Women, Marvellous Men event. So I normally do them in batches. So it's been so I've had to kind of collect a few and then do them all at the same time. But here we go. So I hope you find this useful. Please remember, none of it really is it's all intended to help you. It's not supposed to be in any way critical or negative or anything like that at all. So, yeah, any questions, please let me know. Happy to help you with anything else. I just hope you get some good stuff from it. And a lot of it is subject to kind of opinion, really. It's down to opinion. But I like to think that I know what I'm talking about. And so here we go. It's just a few pointers to help you get going. So, let's get started. So, I've got your website here. Nice website, everything's great. I think you said that you made it yourself, or your partner made it himself, or something like that. In which case, well done, because actually, considering if it's a website that's been created on your own, it's actually a bloody good job. Because it's not easy to do it unless you're a professional website designer, and you've got some good systems to kind of build it on. Anyway, so let's carry on. Come to the website, but actually, first of all, let's look at Google, because the first stage really, because there's two stages here. So the website is almost like stage 2. It's a bit like a shop. Okay, so you've got a shop window, right, which is fantastic. But if you haven't got anyone walking by the shop window or coming into the shop, then that's a problem. Okay, and that's where Google comes into play. So the website's fantastic, it's good as a credibility piece, but without anyone looking at it, the phone's never going to ring. There's not going to be enough inquiries coming through, so there needs to be some kind of traffic, some kind of demand, some volume coming from somewhere, and that somewhere generally is the best place, in my opinion, for a service-based business is Google. Definitely not Facebook, because the trouble is, people don't tend to go on social media to buy stuff. They go on social media to stalk their ex, to waste time, to like stuff, to just, everything else except buy things. And there's a lot of people getting really confused, thinking that Facebook's a good place to sell. But there's a real psychological piece there, and actually Facebook is not. You can get sales from it, and it works for a lot of businesses, absolutely, but it's a much tougher sales process, and the marketing behind selling on Facebook is a lot more extensive than what it is advertising on Google. Because when someone's on Google and they search for example, child behaviourist in Milton Keynes, then you know straight away that they want a child behaviourist in Milton Keynes, and they're ready to spend money right now with someone who appears credible enough, friendly enough, knowledgeable enough, and who is available enough. So in my personal opinion, it is vital for any business, any service-based business, especially a local business, to be on the page 1 of Google. Now, sometimes that's easy, sometimes that's difficult, but for your particular industry, I don't think it should be too difficult. But really, getting on to page 1 or page 2 of Google really is absolutely vital, because if you're not there, people just will not find you. Ever. So it's like it just won't happen. So when I've looked down here, first of all, you've not got a Google Places link, which is free. Google give them, so I'll definitely get one of those. And then when I scroll down, I'm going to look for behaviour first. Behaviour. I can't see it on page 1. I can't see you on page 2. Now, it could well be. I might have the wrong term. So if we go to your website. So you're a positive behaviour consultant, great, which is what you are. Parenting coach, okay, parenting coach, Milton Keynes. So you're still not on page 1. Roy's there for some reason. And we built Roy's website. There we go. It doesn't even do what you do. He's turning up. That's how good our SEO is. Oh, God, that's brilliant. I like that. He'll like that. You should tell him. Roy, the parenting coach. Okay. No, I can't find you anywhere. So, and this does happen quite a lot with self-build websites. because Google are very, very good at looking at the quality of a website, how it's been built, and if it's not being built to their standard, if the coding isn't built to high enough a standard, if it's not been developed to high enough a standard, they don't rank it very well. And on top of that, there's SEO settings and things like that. And if it's not optimized properly, and the headlines and whatnot aren't optimized properly, then it just won't rank very well. Now, this is a fundamental problem with your website. Not with your website, sorry, with your online marketing plan. Because the trouble is, people are out there, and I think that you already know this, people are out there looking for what you do. I mean, I've met you several times now, and you are a very nice lady, incredibly friendly, incredibly sociable, and very, very knowledgeable and comforting. You know, you're just a nice woman. And I love the work that you do. But the trouble is, if nobody's finding you, it's like so much wasted talent. And actually, people aren't even... You know, there's a lot of people who need your help. They need your services, and you're not being found. And this is a real problem. So it's a real shame. So first and foremost, the issue has to be, how can you get onto page 1 and page 2 of Google? And the way to do that really is by having a website created, which has been built well, which is technologically up to date. It works well on mobiles, on tablets, on all kinds of devices, and I see this one does. I think the trouble is, it's just the SEO side of it is really lacking, and I'll go into more detail later on. However, getting onto page 1 and page, it's not actually that difficult. It's just got to be a website that's been built on a good platform, and I think getting onto page 1 and page 2 of Google shouldn't be an issue for you at all. Anyway, so that's the first problem, and it's a major problem. Okay, so I'm just having a quick look around here. So a few things kind of strike out at me. There was a glitch there. A few things strike out at me. The logo's fine. Images are very, very nice. Definitely very you. Phone number and email, so small. Personally, I would have them to the right, because when someone lands on a website, their eyes tend to go to the right. So if you've got a call to action, which is a phone number or an email, put them to the right, make them a lot bigger. If you've got to put them on top of all this menu, that's fine. Make them a lot bigger, make them stand out, big, bold. The spacing and the mobile number isn't correct. It should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 digits, then 3 digits, and another 3 digits. The email address is making you look unprofessional, because it should be Annie at behaviourfirstconsultancy.co.uk, info at behaviourfirstconsultancy.co.uk, whatever. I think the fact that it's a mobile number as well, I'd probably prefer to see a landline. It just comes across as more credible. You can get a virtual number, which is very cheap. We use them all the time, which then redirects to your mobile. So every time somebody calls it will look like an 01908 number, and then it'll go straight to your mobile. Now, the reason that's important is for 2 reasons. First of all, it'll make you look bigger and more professional than what you are, so it'll look like a proper established company, as opposed to a lady who, when I call the number, might be busy, she might be driving, she might be with a client. You know, it feels like it's a lot more established. The second reason is that if somebody from Milton Keynes is coming here, and chances are, oh sorry, I've had something pop up. Chances are, if somebody from Milton Keynes is visiting this website, and really that is your target market, it's people in the local area, then you want them to know that you are in Milton Keynes and you are ready to serve them. And one of the best ways to do that is by having a local number in the top right hand corner here, so an 01908 number, so that people know bang straight away, right, okay, this woman, she's in Milton Keynes, she's the right person to speak to, and it just helps. And there's little things like this really, really help. Another major aspect of this website is there doesn't seem to be any use of headlines. So there's all this kind of words here, but nobody looks at it. To be honest with you, nobody is going to pick up on these words. There needs to be a big, strong headline at the top of the page, because yes, I'm seeing the images, okay, which are fine, but they don't mean anything. They don't mean anything at all to someone who doesn't know you. Now, I know you, so I know a lot about you. I know about your service. I know how good you are, how credible you are. But for someone who's, you know, come off the internet and they're just looking, they're comparing you against everybody else, and they don't even know what they're looking for themselves. So there needs to be a big, strong headline which stands off the background and easily describes what you do, what you're all about, and how you can help them emotionally, because this is a very emotional subject. You know, kids have been bullied, there's behavioural problems, there's parenting problems, and it's a very, very sensitive thing. So what I want to know is, as a parent, is what do you do? What difference are you going to make? How are you going to have an impact on my family? How are you going to have an impact on my bad situation? Will you understand? Are you warm and friendly? Because right now, this feels like quite a cold corporate website. And you're not a cold corporate person. You're actually a very warm and friendly person, which I've already said. And so that really needs to come across in the website, because if people are feeling a cold kind of reception when they land on here, they're just not going to get in touch. So even if you get the Google bit right, and you do start getting some people to this website, then it's going to be a cold reception, and they're just not going to pick up the phone. They're not going to get in touch. Your chances of success will be dramatically improved if the right messaging is put across, and a good way to do that is by using headlines in the right places. And there's also hardly any text at all, which is making the website look very unprofessional and very kind of uncredible. I don't even know if that's a word, but there we go. I've made it up. So yeah, one of the biggest reasons actually that you might not be ranking very well on Google is because there's no content, no words on the website. So I would definitely pad it out with, who you are, what you do, where you're based, what you offer, all this kind of stuff. Okay, so I hope that helps. Some of the imagery is very, very good, so I would definitely keep some of the imagery. I would just change where it is, and I would. You need to focus more on headlines and on the phone number and emails and things being put in the right place. I would also recommend using contact forms on every single page, either in the footer you can have one, or in the main pages. If you look at this website here, this is a nursery in Essex. I know the owner; she's extremely successful, and she. If you look at the contact form, she used them extensively. So it's just really easy, quick ways for people to get in touch. This would be great for you. Top 10 things to help your 6-year-old, 7-year-old behave when going to bed. Whatever, right? Oh, okay, I can download a PDF. So they type in the name, they type in their email, they download the PDF. They've now got some information which helps them. You look like an absolute expert and a really kind person, and they've now got a relationship with you. So when they read that PDF and your branding's all over it, and for whatever reason they still need your help, they're going to come straight back to you. They're not going to go to Google. They're not going to look for a competitor. They're going to come back to you because you're the person that they've now developed trust with. On top of that, you'll have their details. So when they submit this form, you can then say to them, well, hiya, I noticed you downloaded the PDF, or you got in touch with us yesterday. I just want to check, is everything okay? Do you need any help? I'm just touching base, making sure you're all right. No pressure, kind of thing. It's just making sure that everything's okay. And if you need anything, I'm here, and I'd love to help you. It's just allowing that conversation to happen and getting people to trust you. Again, she's used another contact form down here, another one down here, another one down there. So that's another one down there. That's 5 on one page. So they work very, very well, and I can say that from experience. I would definitely use contact forms extensively on any website. They really do work very well. So, content, scrolling's a little bit fast. It's faded. It's going from one image to the next. I'm not really getting enough time to read the text properly. I'll mention the email. If I go to the About Us page, again, I would definitely want a photo here in the top right of you. Because that's your brand, that's you. This business is very much about you. So I need to understand, who it is, and there's no headlines in this text. The reality is nobody's going to read all this blurb of text. It needs to be broken down into better headlines. Now, instead of it being about, it could be why I do what I do, or what made me help kids and teenagers ... It's just something that means a lot more to people, something that actually resonates with them on an emotional basis, because just saying about isn't strong enough. And I would have some sub-headlines throughout this just to break it up so that people sorry, I'm choking here, so that people have a better journey when they're on this website. Personality is a big thing. I would definitely have a look at this. Sorry, I'm just having a look at more pages. Services. So basically there's nothing here. So there should be some boxes or something, some links to other parts of your websites, which this isn't enough. There needs to be more services which because you do offer different services. So as a person who doesn't know you, I've got to understand what you do. Is it just kids? Is it teenagers? Is it kids wetting the bed? Is it angry teenagers? Is it angry parents? You know, what is it exactly that you can? Is it pets? You know, I don't know. So really, I need to learn a lot more about what you do and how you can help. And by having those services illustrated on the website, it's a great way to generate more leads, so that people have an understanding of what you do before they pick up the phone. Schools page, again, very, very text heavy. It'd be good to break that up with some images or sub-headlines, blah, blah, blah. Parents, very text. So there's a kind of common theme here where there's a lot of heavy text. Testimonials, again, it's very, very text heavy. Nobody's going to read those, and they don't even look real. And the reason for that is because there's so many of them, and you could have got it from anywhere. Whereas if they had a photo of the client here, okay, now not all clients will do this, but if you look at, let me show you a good example here. So this is much easier to illustrate if I just show you. This website here is actually my partner's website, and she uses testimonials very, very well. So if you look at how these testimonials are laid out compared to these ones, you can see straight away how much they stand off the page. Now, these are all genuine clients of ours, and we just asked them for a picture, and they said yeah, and they give, we got pictures of them all, and it looks very real. Okay, it becomes a real, meaningful exercise now, and it's not just text on a page that means nothing. Because imagine this is Mrs. Avery. You got Mrs. Avery here. That's Mrs. Avery. I'd love to see her over here. Okay, and I'd also like to see a brief headline, which is because the thing is, people are lazy and they don't want to read large chunks of text. So it's good practice to take a small section of the text and use it as a strong headline above, so that it stands out. So that it stands out, and that's what people see when they're scanning down this website, because they don't read word for word. Okay, so and she's also, you can see she's used different coloured backgrounds to help the testimonial stand out, as opposed to kind of all of it just being one colour and it looks like one group big block of text. Okay, let's have a look finally at the videos page. Okay, they're not working. It says the videos page, but they're not actually working, so there's a problem there. And that goes to Facebook for some reason. Oh, okay, I get it. I mean, ideally, we don't want people going off the website and onto Facebook, because when they're on Facebook, they start wasting time and they're getting distracted, and then they won't come back to your website. So it's good practice, really, to get people to stay on your website. I would definitely recommend... Oh, right, okay, so I think these are clickable. It'd be much better to upload the videos to YouTube and then have them play on your website directly, as opposed to taking them off the website. Absolutely. And I would definitely have them centralised, have them all the same size. This size is fine, or even bigger, but have them centralised, because the way they're left aligned like this just makes it look like a really tacky design. Blog. Okay, there's nothing happening here, so I would just take that away if you're not using it. You want at least 5 blog posts, so it looks like it's active, because in a minute it looks like an abandoned business. In fact, I'd probably go as far to saying, and please don't take this negatively, because it's not my intention. I said this before. I don't want it to come across as though I'm being nasty, because it's really not. It's just you do come across as extremely credible, knowledgeable, face to face, and if anything, I think this website, having looked at it in some depth now, not just the homepage, but having looked all the way through it, I think it's probably damaging your credibility a lot. I think if you're having meetings with schools, with professional organisations, parents, I think if they come here and you get someone who's quite picky, and consumers are unbelievably picky now, and this, we're going into 2018 in 2 weeks, and people are so marketing savvy, they're so switched on, and they have no tolerance for anything that's out of place. So I think if anything, this could be quite badly damaging your credibility, which is a shame, because you're such an awesome professional, and I know that you are. But a lot of it is really, really simple fixes. A lot of it is fundamentally it needs a redesign. Please don't be insulted. That's just my personal view. You might disagree with some things. That's absolutely fine. I just hope that you I've got some value from this. I hope it helps you. If you need anything else, I'm more than happy to help you. Even if it's just some friendly advice. Sorry, I've got something in my throat. Even if it's just some friendly advice, that's absolutely fine. Just let me know, and I'm happy to do that. Okay, take care. All the best. Thanks for listening. Cheers.